That's some skillful pointing right there.
Such a slave driver.
All right, crew, welcome back to another episode. This week we are doing training day. So we're going to show you guys what it takes for our crew to learn to take you guys out. Every year we do an induction day with the crew. Not on the Sea Panda, we're going to head out to the Coral Explorer, but we start every day in the shed here. And this is where the crew have access to all of the stuff that they need to run the epic tours. We keep all our ropes here, and Sea Panda lives here, and there's other things as well. So yeah, come along, we'll show you training day. Hannah's just rocked up. We're just prepping some of the new masks for the season. One of the things you want to do when you get a brand new mask is there's like a coating on the inside there, so we're just going to burn it off. Just grab a lighter or a blowtorch. You can also do this with an abrasive toothpaste. You only need to do it once. The toothpaste is not for every single time that you go for a snorkel. Just be really careful around the silicone that you don't burn the silicone. You might end up with a bit of black residue on there. That will just wipe off like that. And then from now on, either spit or you can use
Baby shampoo.
Johnson's baby shampoo, no tears formula. We'll put that one into circulation. The other thing we're doing is getting the fins ready. So obviously with wear and time, the fins wear out. So we just replace all the tacky looking ones with some fresh fins so everyone can be turboing around the reef.
Turboing around.
Just driving around with the crew, and we're showing them all of the things that they need to know to teach you guys. So if you have any questions about anything when you're out on tour, they can answer them for you. I'm showing them more than what we tell you guys on the tour, so that if you have any questions, you can try and catch them out. If they don't know the answer, they'll pull over and they'll call me, and I will give them the answer. And if I don't know the answer, I'll make up something convincing. So what you see is the result of that earth's crust pushing together. Now it's all made of limestone. There's 3 different types of limestone. That's the balloon, the bush basher, no shoes. All right, so one of the things that we talk about is stygofauna, which is cave-dwelling organisms. We've shown you guys before on this channel, but this is one of the spots in the Cape where you can find fresh water. Just here. It's actually quite full at the moment, which is nice. That means we've got, that's from all the rain that we've been having. But this is one spot. Sometimes you can find the blind gudgeon fish. We're looking for a little white fish somewhere here. Anyway, I'll see if I can spot one to show the girls. But this is one of the things that we talk about. You can see the dragonflies are in. Dragonflies are actually a good sign. They're a sign of a change of season. So we've got a change of season coming up. But this is one spot that people would have found fresh water or back in the day. What do you reckon?
Pretty cool. Really cool.
There he is, just down there, the little white fish. That's a blind gudgeon fish. Very cool. Predator of the underground world.
In the cave.
What do you reckon, Hannah?
Cape Range. Pretty cool. It's quite
so Hannah will now know what she's talking about when she talks about a blind gudgeon fish.
Because I've seen one myself.
Because you've seen one yourself. So when you guys arrive at Tanders, this is where we'll drop you off, and then we'll take you down to the boat. Hannah's carrying all the gear down now. You guys just have to wander down and get on the boat. To save time, Caitlin got the boat ready for us today. There's Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Craig.
And still exhausted, but the Reefy's been out in the morning for a while, and the birds have had an absolute field day. So we've actually got a cruise ship in a couple of days. So we're just going to give her a good clean with the hose off the Coral Explorer.
The girls just finished cleaning the bird tree off the top of there.
Take a tiny break.
The service finished. Now it's our turn to clean the rest of the reefy up.
One of the things that we do with the crew is a bit of safety in water rescue scenario stuff. So that if you guys flip out majorly in the water, or you have an incident or an accident in the water, they know how to help you. So that's what we're going to do a little bit of now. Shiloh, Shiloh, hello. I'm right here. I'm going to give you a hand. Grab hold of that, and then I stay well away. All right, crew. So we've finished all of our safety training. We've gone around the whole boat. and we pointed out all the features of the boat for the crew. Hang on, this camera's a bit dirty.
No, that's just the way that I look.
Dirty?
No, just like funny.
Asher here, oh, I thought that was a handball, but you've actually got some little dipping salsa. Delicious. So he's pointed out all of the features of the boat. You can see the crew now know how to use the front door, done some rescue training. Now we're going to go and have a little bit of fun. We'll probably go for a snorkel somewhere, look for some wildlife, and yeah, that's about all we're going to do. In the meantime, Asher Bloom is eating snacks.
Some watery salsa.
If you haven't realised who all the crew is, we've introduced them already on last week's episode, or the week before. Except for Shiloh, who we will meet shortly. Shiloh's up the front there doing the door. Hannah, you remember, Asher Bloom, and obviously Caitlin over there. Very cold at the moment, so she's wrapped up in a towel. Like a little crumpet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like a little pig in a blanket, but I was like, that's not very nice.
But look at it, beautiful conditions. So it's not all work. I'm gonna go and have some fun now. You haven't met Shiloh yet. This is Shiloh.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Perth.
Like long walks on the beach.
Tell
us about yourself, mate.
I'm from...
we normally can't shut you up. Now put the camera in your face.
I said this the other day to Hannah. I was like, I talk so much shit and he's going to put me in front of a camera and not going to be able to talk. I was born in the hills in Perth. Lived there for a little while, then eventually moved to Freo before I left. Lived in kind of Midland area for a bit. I've done some time up in the Kimberley doing some tourism work. After the Kimberley, we started doing our little kind of lap around Australia.
With your partner?
Oh yeah, with my partner Callum, and
he's a helicopter pilot instructor.
Yeah, so well, yeah, part of his job is instructing, but
I'm hoping one day he's going to take a Ningaloo crew for a helicopter flight.
You'd need a fairly big helicopter to do all of your
wow.
runs, but...
What, 2 of us?
Oh, you mean just... I thought you meant everyone.
No.
Oh, okay.
But Caitlin
Screw everyone else.
Well, we can't get everyone on the helicopter, that's the point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd love if you were to do like a TIFF or something. I reckon that would be really cool. So TIFF is a trial introductory flight, and it's the kind of initial flight that you do where you get shown what it's all about. You get to have a little play with the controls and everything. It's really fun.
So you're basically a helicopter pilot too?
No, definitely
That's why
not.
she wears the aviators.
These aren't aviators.
What? Oh, they are.
They're not aviators. Had this discussion many times.
They look like aviators.
They totally do, don't they? Don't they? Asher's just piped in with the information we've been looking for.
They look like aviators.
They do.
Sunglasses have been revoked. Yeah, so we stopped in Jindabyne for 2 years for Callum. He was doing some work there. And then obviously recently we slowly made our way back over west, and yeah.
And also a Pilates instructor, we covered that?
I don't know.
Also a Pilates instructor. So if you're in Exmouth on a Sunday morning, you can also see Shiloh at Pilates at where?
Studio Coast.
Studio Coast.
Yeah.
She does Pilates exercises. Apparently all the blokes can't do Pilates. We're all weak.
That's not true.
All our legs shake. All sorts of problems there.
Everyone's
women just
legs
smash
shake.
it out. Oh, sorry.
It's more that people tend to come in thinking that Pilates is like yoga, and it's not. So I like surprising people and leaving them with shaky legs, and yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to tell the audience?
Not really.
Tell the people out there in the big wide world?
Not really. I think I'm done. Yeah, come see us.
Come see us on the glass bottom boat. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go for a cruise and see what we can find. Go
Find
for a
a leopard
snorkel
shark?
somewhere. Might find a leopard. I don't know what we're going to find.
Yeah.
Just before we do the snorkeling, I'm just going to quickly show the girls where we do the cultural tour so they know what to expect and so that they can tell you guys what to expect. So we're just going to head in now. Here they come. Caitlin's stepping off the boat. You got shoes?
I don't have shoes.
Wow.
I don't have shoes. It's going to be really hot, isn't it?
I'd say it's going to be quite hot, but we'll just go to where we can.
Just have to
Oh, we just hit the deep part. Look at this. I've got my thongs on.
Your jandals. Your jandals. Oh my gosh. You missed my joke before. said Craig is waiting for us.
I heard it. It's like a dad joke.
A little pun. Never heard anybody.
Hannah's going to crack some dad jokes.
Me? Oh.
You got any good dad jokes?
Oh, I actually do have a good one.
Go on.
From a dad as well.
From your dad?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, dad joke from Hannah's dad.
So, what's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
Oh yeah. Bugger, you got that one. That's how you know you're a dad.
Oh, winning! Ash is coming in the background. Hang on, Shiloh's doing some gymnastics.
That's not going on you.
Go! Mate, I cannot do that. Wow, that was with like a flare.
I feel like I just pulled both of my hammies at the same time.
Asher Bloom's on fire.
Is it how I feel?
Okay, we've just shown them the midden sight. You guys only get to see that if you come out on tour. That's top secret.
We get to keep our secret.
Top secret.
Yeah.
Still got paint in the hair from Reef at Hey Hannah.
Oh, I got it out.
It's there, it is, everyone. Have a look. Oh, the girls are dunking. They're going in. I can't, I got my heat waves on.
It's so weird to be lost you guys here. I feel like a child.
There it is, the glassy ready for 2025. And the crew. Sass isn't here yet. Sass is coming.
There's a dugong. Wait, there's a bottle.
There's a dugong. We're going to show you the dugong now. It's right there.
Where?
So we're practicing the pointing right now. So it's really difficult for the skimmers to see once things get to a certain stage.
Oh yeah.
So we've told the girls they need to point. So now they're practicing the pointing. Look at this. That's some skillful pointing right there. That dugong's pretty chill. So dugongs are marine mammals, so you're not allowed to drive too close to them. Okay, so we've just been up here showing the girls how to use a life raft. And one of the rites of passage for the new crew is to jump off the roof. So all together, go.
Oh, hang on.
That was lovely. There was a little rainbow and everything.
I swallowed so much water. I did a flip and I had a mouthful of coffee and then I swallowed it and then I swallowed salt water on top of it and it started coming out of my nose.
Dying. She's literally dying.
Literally, I'm dying.
Which tattoo are we going to look at today? The shadow one.
I can recreate it if you want. That's
What's that about? Tell us what that's about. Just about laxing.
No, I just thought it looked sick. I just changed it though, so I had like a girl with long hair and little bikinis.
Nice. Go.
Craig's giving me a GoPro, so I'm going to take advantage of this one.
Is it? Another hard day at the office.
I'm exhausted. I don't know how you expect me to work in this
Wow.
bad conditions. Yeah, this is terrible working conditions.
Such a slave driver. Such a slave driver. What are you doing there, Asher?
So much water in my ears. In my eye.
What's the technique? All right, the coral's getting pretty shallow. We're coming up to low tide. Looks beautiful off the back here. But we're gonna skedaddle. Head off. We've still got the boat to clean fuel, and I've still got some things to show the girls here. So we're gonna head off now. The girls are gonna pull the front door up because they know how to do that now. And we're gonna pull the anchor. Caitlin's at the helm.
I'm having a nap.
There you are.
Alright guys, so Craig's shaming us for being on our phones, but here, look at this. In his own little world. Look. Internet technology these days. What's happened? What's happened to this generation?
Completely worn the crew out.
I feel like a vampire the way that I'm like, no.
Hannah is also KO'd. Can't keep these young kids up these days. Shiloh is still awake though.
Yeah, and I worked this morning, so.
Absolutely
I'm
buzzing.
old.
Wow.
Call me old. Silo's just done us up to the boat ramp. Open the door. So when you guys get here in tours, you'll know exactly where we are and how we're going to be getting onto the boat. Pretty cool.
I just got off the boat. The girls are just packing up. We're going to throw everything in the car. I got one more thing to show them before we head home. It's about 5 o'clock. They're all exhausted. I've worn them out. These young crew, eh? Back at Tanders. We're just at Jant's. We've left Caitlin back to clean up the boat, and these guys are watching all the surfers. Ash is about to fall off a pole.
There's literally no way.
Ash is about to fall off.
A lot will do. Rue doesn't get spurred.
Why are they even there though?
Because there's no reef and it's really fun little rolling waves.
Oh, good.
Here's the crew conversing.
Disgusting. It's literally nothing. That's not even a baby wave.
Okay, so we're just going to show them something over here to do with Jant's Beach. We don't talk about this on tour, so I could talk about it now with you guys. But originally, the crew are hearing this for the first time. Originally, from this point is where they brought all the supplies in.
Ow!
You okay?
Sorry, keep going.
They brought all the supplies in for the lighthouse, so I'm going to show them some of the infrastructure that was here. So Ash is going to explain to you guys what we're here to see.
So, back when they were building the lighthouse, this beach here, because there's a big channel so you can bring your boats in, so they would offload all the materials to build the lighthouse. So, this is the railway, these two bits here. This is an intact. Fun fact.
Part of the railway.
Yep.
One of the last remaining bits of the intact railway from Captain, who was a Clydesdale. Captain's Railway. So the other part we're going to is up here. There's a couple of things up here which are pretty cool. There's all the fish plates, and I think there's a baler shell that was an old bowl. Hannah's charging ahead.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're seeing her first reaction here.
Oh, holy cow.
That's really awesome.
That is so cool.
So this is obviously damaged, but you can see this was a bowl that was cut, chipped off, and used as a bowl to carry water or seeds or...
Do you know what method they use to kind of cut it semi-accurately?
Stones, I believe, and they used to use... There's some bones in a kangaroo that they can use to chip stuff as well. And then here's a pile of fish plates. Now fish plates are used to bolt together the parts of the railway. So you can see the railway tracks just over here. There.
Amazing how it...
And there's all the fish plates.
What was this, sorry, Craig?
They bind together the tracks.
This is a fish plate, an old fish plate from, must have been that was finished in 1912, so probably 1911. And you put one piece of railway track there, one piece of railway track there, and then bolt them or rivet them together using the pre-cast holes. And these are all the leftover fish plates that they didn't use. And just over here is the track. So from here, the track went over the dune, down the hill just here, and I think roughly where the road was is where the track followed up. And you can actually track it at the lighthouse. But a lot of the track was actually repurposed by the station owners and also during World War II. So the track continues through here. You can just see little bits of it sticking through right here. See that? And then it would continue on down the hill here. But a lot of it's been removed. So Shiloh's just tracked the track and she's found an old bottle. So probably these guys were coming through here with Captain, drinking on the piss. And they've thrown the bottle off the track.
It does say something.
It's property of West Australian Glass Company.
Yeah.
Remains the property. They're the same as the whaling station ones. Here's the beach where they would have unloaded all the gear to go back that way. Here goes Asher.
Oh, good. Push you over. Yeah.
Asher's going in.
I'm really sweaty.
Go.
Oh, I'm sweaty.
So much running. I'm going in. I'm going in too. It's hot.
I feel like I'm so tired, I'm going blind.
Very nice. I've exhausted them. Are you all in?
So hard. We're in.
We need to be not with my hand in the sun. All right, crew, thanks so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. If you like that kind of stuff, subscribe. This is our crew for 2025. All we really want you to do is come out, experience the place with us. We put a lot of effort into our tours. We put a lot of time into training these guys.
Blood, sweat,
I
and
put
tears.
25 years of time into learning all the stuff to train them. So join us.
Asher nearly went blind.
Yes. So tired.
And Asher, I've
That's how
exhausted.
hard I work.
Asher's nearly blind. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week here on Ningaloo Crew.
See you guys.
We're still here. That's the outro, but we're still here. Asher's jumping now again. She's got a second wind!
You're taking wind!
Second wind, look at her go!
Nah.
Right, bye. Ciao, ciao.
I almost wore the same bathers that I wore the other day, and I was like, if you're filming, then everyone's gonna think I just have one pair of bathers.
Asher Bloom does not have one pair of bathers.
I know, but I was like, oh no.
Asher Bloom has about 1,000 pairs of bathers. So if you live in the country, for women in the city, shoes is a thing. They all have big shoe collections. But here in the country, it's about bathers, bikinis.
I've got like 100 pairs maybe?
I'm probably getting sponsorship deals. It's kind of a big deal on TikTok.
No! And they had a railway, which I'm standing right in the middle. No free feet pictures.
Why?
Because.
People
What if
gonna
I
pay for
start?
that? You started one.
What if I
No.
start a foot finder?
Hey, come on, get on with it.
Okay.
Caitlin is all about the pools at the moment. She's found another little one with very sharp security features.
Snack built in.
Built-in snacks and security features.
It is perfectly Caitlin size. That one feels a little more high risk.
The chitin.
These are so cool. What are they?
They're chitin.
All that we found.
Obviously. Gather round. Gather round. I'm not getting involved.
Why not?
I feel like you're all peeing.